All right, everyone, how about 3 cards and a bottom card with me? I know I just pulled your August readings. I should be sleeping, but I did sleep. I slept in a little bit today. I'm getting geared up to do the new moon and Leo reading on Thursday, which I encouraged throughout the August readings everyone to watch, because that energy was all over those readings. And like I said, July and August are fused together a little bit. And I called July, expect the unexpected, anything can happen. That said, this is 3 cards and a bottom card with me. I did a pre-shuffle just for fun. Thought I'd talk to the universe. This is on the hidden energies. This reading here, a little dark, a little mystical, right? What can't we see, right? So let's find out. It opens with a 10 of Swords. It's a dark card. It's about the darkest I got. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, hold on fucking tight. Because August, all the readings, starting with the Leo full moon reading on Thursday, followed by the Jupiter retrograde reading, and every fucking reading I pull in August, it's going to be a wild ride. August comes at you fast. Let's take a look here. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it, by the way. Let's take a look here at the pre-shuffle. What can't we see? What do I mean by that? Well, the timeline of our life, like picture yourself walking down a dirt road, and that's your life, right? It's not a straight line. We can't just see everything that's in front of us. It's a winding road. It goes around some turns, and there's trees on an embankment and everything. You can't see around the corners. I'm asking the universe to peer around the corner here. What can't we see? Now I'm pulling it on the incoming energy side, okay? But this may apply to you as well. I mean, you're always there. We're all connected, and you're definitely connected to this runner person, if you will, or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I got 10 swords crossed by the Page of Wands. I've got the 5 of Cups crossed by the Ace of Swords. I've got the 8 of Swords crossed by the Lovers. I've got the Death card crossed by the High Priestess. The High Priestess is bookending the 10 of Swords here in my pre-shuffle. That's about as far as the energy will let me go before it starts to get a little fuzzy. This is the hidden energy card. I'm pulling on hidden energy. I get the High Priestess is the base card here, the baseline card anyway, bookending the 10 of Swords. What you can't see is there's a storm here. And I've pulled on this before. Before I started the August readings, I did a 3 quick card that talked about a storm, and I had a hell of a time sifting through the energy. All right, and we ended up with net a lot of toxic disappointment on your person's side. Disappointment for maybe not coming towards you. I see that here. It's right here with the 5 of Cups. A lot of regret and sadness and all that kind of stuff. What I find, all this is great. Yeah, that the 8 of Swords, that's the fear. It's them getting in their head, them realizing the truth that they wanted to come towards you here with those 2 cards. And I get it. Death. Though Death is very interesting to me. That's the card that kind of stands out here. It's a powerful energy of change, and all of this in the pre-shuffle will be a very interesting 3 cards and a bottom card, because all this in the pre-shuffle adds up to a storm. What does that storm mean? Well, it could mean your person is hitting rock bottom. It could mean that they're done on their side with a relationship and you wouldn't know about it because they're keeping it quiet because the High Priestess is bookending this 10 of Swords. Something on your person's side is over. What you don't see coming is a conversation on your side. The Page of Wands here is very interesting. What you think might be done, or they're never going to reach out. You might watch tarot readings from me or from other people, and you're like, oh, that person's never going to do that. It's nice to hear, but they're never going to do that. I'm telling you, you're going to be surprised. It all adds up to a bit of a storm there. So let's see. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's do 3 cards and a bottom card. I'll give the deck a shuffle right here, and we'll see what the universe has to tell us. Give me the hidden energies, universe. What can't we see? Tell me more. And don't give me those cards back either. Come on now. Tell me more here. What can't we see? Let's see where we go. I am being encouraged. You're going to get 2 extra cards. My intuition is screaming at me to cut the deck. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to do that. So the card before the cut, that's just like with one of my regular readings, is why the fuck are we here? Okay? It's the why the fuck are we here position. We're here. One of the things you can't see is that Ace of Cups, and that is the toxic Ace of Cups. What you can't see is how someone truly feels about you. What you can't see is if this isn't your runner, because I'll relate this energy to you, you know, because we're looking at timelines and you're all attached and we're all connected, right? You can't see that there's love right around the corner for you. But where it pertains to your runner soulmate, there's a lot that they don't want to look at, that they don't talk about. And again, when water sits, water is emotion, emotion is water. When water sits, it becomes toxic, right? It needs to flow if you're going to drink out of it, like I told you before. All right, let's cut the deck. What comes after that Ace of Cups? That's an interesting read to see that we're here because of the Ace of Cups. I was not expecting an Ace of Cups after that damn pre-shuffle, and one of the cards from the pre-shuffle came back to Lovers. It just says what I already said. What you can't see is there is love coming your way. Somebody is going to, remember I talked about in the pre-shuffle that conversation that you can't see, right? You think, no fucking way. It's 10 swords in the back of a bison. Every other card said it's not. And the August readings, for the most part, say it's not, especially the August overview, which was pretty wild. The August sign readings showed how they show up, sort of, okay? But there's some wild card energy here. July is not over yet. We can't sit here on July the 26th and talk about August too much. Because July is a powerful month, and there's still two more, well, there's three technically, but there's still two more very powerful influences. That Leo new moon and the Jupiter going retrograde. Both of which I'm going to pull on. And those are readings not to be missed. Anyway, the love geese are in the air here. Somebody's in their feels. Somebody is absolutely, I'll say in love. We'll put it that way. But I want to phrase it another way. They're in love with love. In other words, they like it, but they're kind of sad about it. So again, it sort of becomes toxic. Think about if you're in love with somebody and they don't love you back. The love within you for that person becomes toxic in a lot of ways. Keeps you up at night, makes you angry, makes you drink, right? That kind of thing, right? So that's just, that's just a way to look at the energy. All right, I'm going to give the deck a final shuffle here. And now we're going to do 3 cards and a bottom card. I knew this wasn't going to be an easy reading. Give me the hidden energies, universe. What can't we see around that corner? All right? We're like in a submarine right now when we got the periscope up. We're kind of looking around. The universe being the periscope for us here. Let's see what we got. Let's see where we go. Give me a reading, universe. What can't we see? What's the hidden energy? Ha, that rhymed. Well, the bottom card, again, I'll show it to you first. It's the Ace of Pentacles. That'll be crossing the center card I pull. Look, I know this shit's been going on a long time. This is a tough soulmate cycle. This is a very slow energy, but somebody here, there's strong energy of something very, very big coming your way. Something you've waited for a long time. For most of you, it's a runner soulmate returning, but for others of you, this is like a change in your income, a change in something. I mean, when I say an energetic storm, I don't mean a bad thing, right? Storms can sometimes wash away the shit, kind of a thing like that. It is that sort of energy. It's a good storm. See? The Empress. What's that Ace of Pentacles crossing? What's the center card? The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a good storm. There's no doubt about it. Again, this is a card of, this is an energy of divine timing right here. Now, these are red center, left, right. So what's red with the Empress? What's on the other side of the Empress here? The Nine of Cups. Yeah. Listen, I'll put it plain and simple on the surface energy, okay? All of these cards basically back up what sort of the August overview was saying in particular, which is, because this is an all signs reading, it doesn't matter what your sign is. I'm just reading energy straight up. All of it says what you can't see around the next corner is you're about to get a big offer, something you thought you'd never get. Why, though, is interesting. because somebody actually cannot get you off of their mind. Now when I say that, you might smile, I don't know, but when I say that, that's not really a good reason why they should be coming in. Because they're coming in because they can't get you off of their mind. And that's why the August sign readings kind of played out the way they did for a lot of the signs. It's why they show up as a page, I guess is the easiest way I could say it. It's almost somebody who doesn't know why they're showing up, but deep down they feel this. I always say this about your person, I don't think they can handle it, right? It's Four of Swords here. A long period of nothing happening is all of a sudden going Ace of Pentacles on us, right? The most solid new beginning. There's a very solid new beginning coming here. It's all divine timing. Somebody needed to get their feminine energy up. Somebody needed to learn. But I still pick up this energy of someone coming in because they can't get you off of their mind. And I don't know how to phrase it into words. I'm going to try, but that's not a good reason. You want them coming in because they realize they absolutely love you and they cannot live without you. Not because they can't get you off their mind. That's just going to lead to a conversation that may or may not go anywhere. And that's what a lot of the August readings showed us. So, you know, you having that information can work that to your advantage, right? And because this person can't get you out of their mind, if they think that you're going to walk, if they don't open up, they're likely to open up. Obviously, play it however you want, do your own thing, but that's really what a lot of this energy is showing here. But as far as your person's side, it's utter chaos inside. I don't know if they're showing it on the outside, but it's utter chaos on their side, inside their own selves. A lot of love welling up, love that's become toxic. It's telling us a lot of the same things. But what this is basically saying is there's a dam that's about to break. I'm going to pull on the Empress here real quick. So let's see what's going on here. Tell me about the Empress energy, because this is your energy attached to this, but it's also something they've learned about themselves. This person has figured out a little bit about love. A little bit. Not as much as the divine feminine side has, but at least a little bit. Let's see where we go. Some people never learn. You know, we say that about, in the physical world, we say that about people who, you know, some people never learn to quit drinking or quit doing bad things until they're on their deathbed, till it almost kills them. They have to get right to that point before they learn. These runners in this cycle are very much like that. They have to really, I mean, it's always the case with a soulmate cycle that the feeling of the loss of the person ends the separation phase and they come back, right? But in this case here, that feeling of the loss has been there a while. You know, this person needs to feel the 10 swords in their back kind of a thing to almost do anything. It's kind of where they're at right now. Why is the Empress here? Tell me about the Empress. Tell me about the Empress. Empress, yeah. 7 of Wands, 2 energies attached to this. There's 2 affecting energies and they're swirling around like a storm. On the one side, they can't get you off their mind, which is why they're showing up. 9 cups. Right? Why they're showing up. They're defensive to it. Okay? They can't get you off their mind and they're defensive to it. At the same time, swirling with that energy, the environmental energy, the room they're living in, the air they're breathing, the energetic air they're breathing. There's a swirl of they can't get you off their mind, they're defensive to it, they don't like it, but yet they're willing to stand up and fight for it because they can't get you off their mind. And I'm telling you, I don't like that as much as I would like them just breaking down, feeling the love for you, and showing up and telling you how they feel. Okay? It's not the same thing. All right? So I hope I'm conveying that enough, but it is. It's like a swirl of energy within this person. It's like someone who says, "Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to go reach out." Okay, do you really want... I don't want you coming at me like that. "Oh, fuck it. Hi. Yeah, this is Steve. Who's this?" "Oh, hi, how are you? Haven't heard from you in a while. What's up?" "I don't know. Fuck it. I just thought I'd reach out to you." Okay. Okay. Right. You know, it's not the right way to approach things. What's on top here? See? I'm not making this shit up. 5 Wands. It's an internal struggle within your person. There's 2 energies here with this 7 Wands. They can't get you out of their mind, and they're defensive to that, but yet they're going to stand up and fight for it because they can't get you out of their mind. Now all that net, that's like 5 wands. It's an internal struggle, and it's all nonsense, because we know that's why the universe had me cut the cards with that Ace of Cups. We know there's a lot of love there, and it gave us the Lovers twice in the pre-shuffle and after the cut, after the Ace of Cups. You know, it's all bullshit. It just drives me crazy, and this is why. Whenever I say the word bullshit, it seems like I get either the King of Wands or the Burger King, the out of balance Emperor. It always happens. Seems to always happen. It's really fucking weird. And the brown color is even an energy match. It's a little lighter brown, but it's still in the brown family. A little bit of an energy match here for this. Just look at the guy on the card here, whether your person's male or female. The Emperor, people go to the Emperor does not come to them. This is come kneel before Zod energy. You know, it really is. And it's like he knows you're not coming. He's been sitting there with the fancy vibrator to try to entice you for a while. There's nothing, this person here, you know, there's an energy of entitlement where it's all over this soulmate cycle, this energy of entitlement. That's why I coined the phrase entitled fuckwit, because it's like, you know, they ran from you and yet they expect you to come in and come to them again. If you do that, they're just going to run from you again. They're going to, because they get some kind of kick out of rejecting, right? When people who are afraid to be vulnerable get a little bit of a high out of rejecting things that they would need to be vulnerable to. You know, it is what it is. I could give you 100 analogies around that, but I don't think I have to. You know, we've all had that feeling. We've all had that thing we didn't want to go to, and we talked ourselves out of it on the way there, and then we turned the car around, and we're kind of high for a moment that, yes, you know, because we were worried about it. We were worried about going there, but we turned the car around and we didn't go there. So at that moment, we get a little bit of a high. We're like, yeah, well, at least that's off my plate. Whew, like that. That's kind of the energy that's here. And now this person, who normally is like that, is like, oh, fuck it. I can't get them off my mind. I'm going in. All right? It's right there. It's a real internal conflict for your person because there's a lot of love. And that love needs to flow. It's become toxic because it's not flowing. And what's happening is they're coming in, and it's because they have to. They have no choice. You know, they can't get you out of their mind, and they're defensive to it, but yet they're willing to fight for it because they have to. What's bookending this Five of Wands? See? The Ace of Swords. You know, there will come a moment where the Ace of Swords is encouraging here, because it does tell me that there is a way that you can get this person to actually get real with you and open up. Their feminine energy is up. This card verifies that for sure. They've had some kind of epiphany. It's not just the epiphany of, well, they're not coming, so I better go to them because I can't get them off my mind. It's more than that. They're aware of love now. They understand it a little better than they did before. So if you handle it correctly, if you greet them with cups, right, and don't get snotty with them or anything like that, show them that it's okay, you might have a chance of getting this person to actually tell you the truth. This is Archangel Michael's sword of truth, after all. This person knows the truth. I'll put it to you this way. This person right here, the out of balance Emperor, is a bullshit artist. Okay, they bullshit themselves about how they feel and what they want and what they expect. This right here, this right here is bookending, this Ace of Swords is bookending this Five of Wands. This inner conflict that they have about that, this tells me they know the truth. And that's why there's inner conflict, because they know the truth. It's all of these cards say the same thing as the affecting energy says. And that's the way it should be. You know, it's this swirl, it's this storm of energy. I can't get them off my mind. I'm defensive to it. I don't fucking like it. But fuck it, I'm going to stand up and fight for it. It's not really the ideal situation to come in. But it does bring them in. Now, this card here, I'm going to pull on the Nine of Cups. How do you get the wish fulfilled here? Okay? How do we... perhaps the universe has some advice for you here off the Nine of Cups. Let's find out. Because I know that each side feels the same way about the other. That much I know. You got one side who's fighting it, though. That's all. Because, well, for a lot of them, it disrupts their whole life. It disrupts how they're living, how they've been living. It might disrupt a marriage that they have. It might disrupt their schedule, like with a career or whatever they might. Maybe you live far away, whatever. It's an inconvenient truth for this person, in most cases in this soulmate cycle, to love the divine feminine, to give love. And it's also a foreign experience to most of them, because most of them are living in a life of pentacles. Let's see what the universe has to say about this Nine of Cups. This might be directed at you. I don't know. I can never predict what the universe is going to give me, but we'll find out. Yeah. Well, as an initial base energy, because it's about them in the base reading here. Yep, they're coming in. This is someone coming in to get their wish fulfilled. They're showing up in swords. Okay? And what do I tell you? And that makes sense right here. I mean, I actually acted it out for you with swords. I said, I can't get them out of my mind. I'm fucking defensive to it. Fuck it, I'm going in. That's swords. That's me coming at you. I love you with all my heart, and I'm coming in to talk to you with the attitude of, fuck it, I'm going to talk to them. Rather than, oh my God, I need to go talk to them. Jesus, oh my God, I love them so much. No, it's not that. It's fuck it, I'm going in. I can't get them out of my mind. Fuck it. And then they're not coming to me, even though I got this fancy vibrator trying to entice them. I mean, they're not coming. So they're showing up in swords. The environmental energy, and look, here's cups. It's beautiful. It's a wish fulfilled. It's nice. It's 9. Whew, we made it. And it's in the environmental energy, the air, the room that this energy is living in, is the King of Swords. Okay? It's swordsy. You know? So yeah, they are taking action to come get what they know. What they know is their wish fulfilled. Okay? But, you know, going about it all wrong, maybe we could say, I don't know, what's on top here? The Death card. Okay. You have to greet them with cups to transform this. This is transformation energy. This right here is telling me they're rolling in, but these cards are probably going to be for you. If you want transformation here, you got to be the cups, because they're going to be the swords. All right? Be the cups. Just don't react. Don't meet them. Two swords that meet, swords cross, right? You can't be like that. Only one person has a sword here. Let them say, fuck it, I'm going in. How the fuck are you? How have you been? With a ton of love behind it, that's how it comes out. You be sticky, sweet, nice. You be, just really cool with them. Or just really cool in general, Not swordsy. I guess is the easiest way to put it. I can't tell you what to say or how to act, but I think you catch my drift. What's the center card here? Yeah, the Five of Cups. Cups, again. Five of Cups. Emphasis, this is an energy of letting go of the past, not bringing up what happened. How do I phrase this? The worst thing you could do when somebody's already in a sword's energy is bring up something that's irritating you about what they did. This person's already showing up pissed off and irritated that they have to show up because they can't get rid of you out of their mind. Don't start bringing up the 3 cups down and how disappointed and sad you are, and how disappointed they made you, and how sad you are. Like I said, these 3 cards here are going to be for you. They're advice on how you can approach this person when they show up. Don't do that. You don't want to poke a bear. I mean, you can do what you want. Look, hey, make your own decisions. I'm just a talking hand on a video, okay? That's all it is. But it makes sense. It's logic I'm giving you here, all right? Don't bring up a bunch of shit from the past. Just stay in the cups. Focus only on the 2 cups still standing. Hey, this person showed up. Holy shit, I'm getting to talk to them. Just let them talk. And just be cool. That's the only way I could phrase it. Because all of your conversations are going to go differently. Someone asked me once if I could pull a reading on what to say to them when they show up or how it might go. You're all, I assume, dealing with a different person. And I know there's over 20,000 people watching this video. How the fuck am I supposed to give you advice on what to say? Is there a universe passing out scripts to all the runners? No, there's not. Be cool is all I can tell you. Don't bring up shit from the past when somebody's in swords energy. That just lands you, and that's good advice if you're in a relationship with somebody too. Don't poke a fucking bear, Save it for another time. You bring up shit from the past that annoys you when somebody else is calm. Okay? And if somebody else is upset and they're bringing up shit from the past that bugs them, let them. Don't add to it by greeting that with swords. That's where trouble starts. That's where breakups happen. That's where people get upset. All right? This is the best way to work things out with somebody. What's bookending the death card here? Yeah, Judgment. It basically is listen to Steve upright. You know, I mean, it is. I got Judgment bookending death. And this is the second time we've seen the death card. There's huge transformation that can happen here. As long as you don't let a whole bunch of shit from the past, the 3 cups down, get in the way. Somebody is from the past is showing up in your present, and your future is affected by it. That's what this card is saying. Your future is affected by it. Whether it's dead or it gets a reboot, all depends on you focusing on the 2 cups and staying in cups energy. You know, make it all you do by this person showing up in swords, which for the majority of you watching, they probably will because they're defensive to how they feel about you, big time. All you accomplish by showing up in swords, if they're showing up in swords, and if you show up in swords and confront them about the 3 cups down, all you accomplish is killing this thing. That's it. That's all you'll accomplish. You can't do that. They're still reflecting in out of balance emperor energy, which is a lot of ego. You know, that ego is there. You want to catch them in a moment, catch them off guard. Focus just on cups, on the 2 cups that are still standing, on the 5 of cups. And you got a real chance here at a second chance and a rebirth of this thing. Because both of you feel the same. That energy there tells me that. You both feel the same way. You really do. Now, take my advice or don't. And, you know, knock yourself out. You might be a hothead. I know I'm a hothead too. I hear you. If you're a hothead, probably soulmates, you and I. I get it. I get it. Somebody shows up and they give me attitude on the other end of the phone or something like that. The first thing I want to do is rip the damn head off and give it back. I always stop myself if I can. You know, I always do. Do as I say, not as I might do, is the best thing I can tell you here, so I'm not a complete fucking hypocrite. You know, because I know some of my family and friends watch these videos and some of them are like, oh, fuck you, Steve. You know, you tell that person to fuck off. I would. I know, but I'm trying to make you better. Okay, I'm trying to help you, not make you be like me. I'm still learning temperance myself. I'm not perfect. I'm not the warlock on the hill or the monk at the monastery. I'm really not, you know. So, you know, I'm just giving you the energy as it is. And just for fun, this is divine timing energy, okay? And it's something we all hate, right? I hate divine timing. Gotta wait for shit. I just want to pull on this energy real quick. Okay? Let's just see what the universe will tell us. We're going to talk to the witches. All right? 7 of Pentacles. Divine timing. That's all it's it. That's it. That's the energy. Timing. Okay? Forget the word divine. Timing. This is all happening now because the time is right for it to happen. There is an implication with that. Why? Why is the timing right now? You know? Is it the astrology? Is it the energy? The energy is just right? Did they break up with somebody? I don't know. Did they wake up? They certainly had an epiphany. Something's happened, and we know from the pre-shuffle. Wow, I went prepubescent there for a moment. From the pre-shuffle, we know something happened. Let's see where we go here. 7 of Pentacles. Why is it here? 7 of Pentacles. Talk to me, witches. Witches. The crossing card, holy shit. It's kind of a flip book cartoon. I took a look at the card under this. It sort of showed itself to me. It's the Ace of Cups crossing the Page of Cups. That's the affecting energy. So it's the Page of Cups crossed by the Ace of Cups. And here's that King of Swords again, underneath that, just for fun. This is the affecting energy around the timing and why it's good timing right now. You remember the King of Swords was crossing here. And that's them coming in swordsy, right? Like I skidded out for you here. I acted it out for you. The reason the timing is right is it is that "oh, fuck it" moment. What I've got here is the Ace of Cups that was toxic because it was sitting still has begun to leak and leak and leak and leak. And this person is actually in their feels. They don't like it. That's why it's a page. They aren't used to it, right? But that's what's happened. The timing, something has happened to cause this person. I almost get a nostalgia energy off of it. Is there something, maybe for some of you, there's something specific that happened? You might have a song that they heard. You might have, I mean, it could be anything. Maybe they drove by a place that you used to go to or that you talked about, or I have no idea. Something triggered love within this person, okay? We'll see. We'll learn more. All right? And they don't like it. That page of swords, with that king of swords there, I'm sorry. They don't like it. What's on top here? Yeah, 3 of cups. Something, okay, there's a third energy here. What else? Yeah, it's making, well, yes, there might be a third party for some of you. That could be setting up the stage for the other 2 cards here. But this energy also is the 3 of cups, is a card of energy flowing. This card backs up what I said about the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups that was, remember, the Ace of Cups is before the cut. It's why we were here. The Ace of Cups that was still and had become toxic began to flow. This is showing that flow. The flow of water. 3. 3, a very important number in the universe. I wrote a 2-part blog article all on the number 3 called Famous by 3, parts 1 and 2. You can check it out in my blog if you haven't. But this flow of water, this is a very powerful card, the 3 of Cups. It's the flow of emotion. It's showing that I'm right. That started flowing, they started feeling something, and they don't fucking like it. Okay, but why? Now there could be a third party here. There's always a third energy. Even if it's within us. Something from the past that causes your person to push you away. That's a third energy. A spouse or a relationship. That's a third energy. A dog that bites is a third energy. Maybe they can't be with you. They ran from you because, well, they don't like my dog. So fuck it. The dog came between you. That's a third energy. Okay, everything is energy. So, but anyway, there is a third energy here. And I think we set the stage for it. I believe we do. 6 of Cups is the center card there. Again, I mentioned this 6 of Cups in the center card here ties to these 2 cards. And I said around these 2 cards, they sort of equal a nostalgia energy. For a lot of you, there's something that's triggered this person. Made them remember, it made them see a third party in a different light. And it made them remember something very fondly about you. I felt that here, and I get it verified here with the 6 of Cups. Okay, there's something that happened. Maybe you play drums or piano, and they ended up for some reason at a piano drum store, and they're like, oh my God, you know, something like, I have no idea. I don't even know if there is a piano and drum store just specializing in piano. I have no idea. But something, or they saw something on TV, or they drove past a place, or they saw a car that looked like yours, or I have no idea. But that energy is there too. What's bookending the 3 of Cups? This ought to, oh God, yeah, here it is. I was just about to say this ought to be revealing for that third energy. It is. It's the Hierophant. It's a double energy here. It's everything I told you about. The reason the timing is good now is because this person's woke the fuck up and, emotionally. This cup started the flow. And once the toxic water starts to flow, the toxins start to sort of seep out a little bit. And what's happened here is if your whatever floated your person's boat in the past spiritually no longer suits them. Okay? It's made them, whatever has triggered this, whatever the nostalgia is, or whatever that's made them think back to you and how they feel about you, and oh my God, I feel them and I don't fucking like it, but I do. It's really made them look at themselves, okay? And look at the energies around them and look at what's holding them back. And that's why they're showing up. But that also explains why they're showing up in this kind of energy, this King of Swords, this swordsy energy. Because it's a real disruption. Because if they just left it alone, I think for most of them, if they just left it alone, they could probably just sit in the toxin and, you know, be okay and just, you know, distract themselves or something. But it's very difficult for this person to do that under this energy, under this energetic storm. And a lot of what's here has a lot to do with a combination, a 1-2 punch of the Leo new moon and Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter retrograde kind of locks things in, okay? And that Leo new moon energy, like I said, was all over the fucking August readings. It happens on the 28th of July. I'm going to pull on it right on top of it on the 28th of July. And I think we're going to learn a little bit more about that here. Let me just, since we're here, right? We're all friends. We're here. Let me just pull on something here. Let me pull on the Hierophant. I'm going to pull a crossing energy on the Hierophant. Because I shit myself when I saw the Hierophant off the Three of Cups. I know what it means. It means they'd rather be loving you if they're with someone, if they're married or whatever. They'd rather be loving you. It doesn't matter. Even if they're not married, they'd rather be loving you. Probably because, again, there's a big spiritual awakening happening within the DM side for sure. Just give me a crossing card on the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here? Tell me a little bit more. The affecting energy, the environmental energy around the Hierophant is what? Yeah. Like I said, they'd rather be loving you. It's crossed by the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's listen, I know I say this sometimes, and I'll say it again. You really do not underestimate the effect you've had on this person. I know they're an asshole for some of you. I know for some of you they're a real fucking prick, and they're quiet. I know for some of you, you haven't heard a word, a whisper from this goddamn. It's crickets chirping. Right? Just crickets everywhere. I know. There's a lot more going on. I'm pulling on hidden energy here. So when I see a Ten of Wands crossing a Hierophant, and then we look back at that pre-shuffle, there's a lot. This person here, it's very, very hard for this person to not want to approach you. And at the same time, they don't, because they know it disrupts a lot of things on their side. Okay, so keep that in mind. And again, it's tough to do for a general reading here. It's tough to pinpoint. But I could safely say, for those of you, if your person's married or in a relationship, you really showed them what something good is supposed to look like, what it's supposed to feel like, more like. And they pushed that down. They allowed that Ace of Cups, that love that's there, that's always going to be there because you have a soul tie with this person, to become toxic. And then that water started flowing and flowing. And they're pushing it back a little bit, but it's not enough to stop them. It isn't stopping them. I don't see it happening. I've got death, bookending judgment over here on top of 9 cups. So that said, just a quick 3 cards with me, right? We take a look at the energy. What's for fun? This was here, right? And underneath that Ten of Wands is the Hangman, a new perspective. And all I'm drawn to on this card, by the way, is this raven chewing the rope. Somebody definitely coming off the fence here. Let's just take a look at the top card just for fun and see. It's more that. It's 8 swords. It's a lot of anxiety. A lot of anxiety. You really, once somebody's been fundamentally changed at the soul level and they weren't happy, something comes along and changes them, shows them a better way, and then they reject that better way. They're fucked. That's what this is. It's 10 wands across all those changes. It's a real burden because they tried to keep things the same because that's easier, which is human nature. It's what most people do, you know. But it doesn't work when there's a deep soul connection. It only works when it's just somebody you met online and you went out on a date and you kind of like them. Maybe you banged them, whatever, and then that's it. You know, they're just somebody you can just cast off. There's no real powerful connection there. These are powerful connections. That kind of shit doesn't work. You can't just cast it off. And that's what they're learning, and they don't like it. So, that being said, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right, if I helped one person today with this, I've done my job, karmically speaking. Stay tuned for that Leo new moon reading, all signs. It's going to be big, I'm telling you. It's a very dominant energy here. There's no doubt about it. And it takes us right up to the energy of Lionsgate for sure, which is August 8th. And it's a very, very powerful energy this year. Okay. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck, everyone.